Drake Hardy, a 40-year-old bisexual man with a master's degree in physical sciences, is trying to break the world record for the longest period of time spent masturbating. Fundraising,
What?
an event that dates back to the 1990s and aims to basically...
This has been going on?
The Masturbate-a-thon bestows awards for various achievement, longest time, furthest ejaculation, and so on.
Jesus Christ.
In 2009, some dude with the last name Masato won the endurance competition, clocking in at 9 hours and 33 minutes. I will say that again. This dude masturbated for 9 hours and 33 minutes. I knew I could beat it.
And he is always baked late. Coffee brew and tunes on.
What is up?
Knocking.
It's your boy, Joey Effin Stones, and the legend himself, Beaster Boy. What's going on?
You know.
How's it going, Todd?
It's going well. I have a lot of fun shit, and it's going to be amazing, and you're going to be like, this is crazy. Why do you have the time to find half of this shit that you were talking about today? It's going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. I'm going to tell you that because, you know, we have our odd news. We have something that comes out of odd news into numerous things. It's crazy.
I'm excited.
Let's see here. I'm trying to find this other story that I was just told about today or discovered today.
I have my fucked up facts, and this week they all are video game ones.
Yes.
When we get to that.
Video game news as well. One thing that everybody knows, but I'm going to bitch about anyway because I don't give a fuck. But it couldn't be possible. All of this couldn't be possible without our friends.
Without marijuana.
At Joe's Buds.
This one's not that, though. Go to Joe's Buds. Like, the selection's amazing. The prices don't totally rape your pockets. And the people there are great. And you might see a little poster with our faces on it.
It's true. I mean, you always get the haters. People think prices are too high wherever, but compared to the of other third-party vendors, they have damn good prices.
Oh, seriously.
So, stop your bitching. It's legal. It's legal. And people are still like, wee, wee, wee. Although I did hear, and this would suck, and I hope this never happens here, and I hope it doesn't happen in Massachusetts. There is a petition going around in Massachusetts that if they can get like 75,000 signatures, next year on the ballot will be to eliminate adult recreational marijuana and just have it medical again.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So there's a petition. Now, unfortunately, it's one of those things where there's like people that are, for whatever reason, like serious about it. And then other people that are like not directly tied to them, but getting people to still like sign the petition, but by using bullshit like, let's get fentanyl off the street, sign here, you know? So they're like tricking people, but those people aren't directly associated with the actual people that have started this petition.
I'm just going to point something out. It is much easier not to give something to us as a people than actually take something away that you've already given us.
Yeah.
The fact we already have that liberty, they're not just going to outlaw it. There's no way it would ever really truly pass.
And it's stupid. You know, people, if you think about it, it's literally, I think it's $1.6 billion for the tax revenue that cannabis brings the state of Massachusetts every year. So
that's insane.
But so you would be dumb as shit to be like, I support that because who cares about fucking these?
Dude, if somebody can tell me that they support alcohol, they can't tell me they don't also support marijuana, because marijuana is about 1 billion times better for you in any kind of way whatsoever than alcohol.
Yeah. See, here's the problem where people try to justify it, which then they don't think about shit, and it's just one of those funny things. It's because alcohol has been just part of American society as a legal narcotic that people, well, it's just alcohol, it's been around forever, It's like weed's been around longer. And unfortunately, because of stupid laws back in the 30s, because prohibition failed, and they had to find something to make illegal. Pot's been illegal up until California legalized it in the late 90s for medical use. So, and this because you've lived all over the world. If you go to Germany, because my dad used to travel there and shit like that, he's like, school kids get on the train and have a beer on their way home from school because it's not illegal. It's been part of their life, so they've grown up as a accepted societal thing. Where over here, that's why everybody under 21 gets shit-faced all the time because they're not allowed to.
We're told not to.
Exactly.
Right, we're told not to.
So, yeah, it's just that stigma of alcohol, there was prohibition, but it didn't last as long as marijuana prohibition. It's like, no, because all the companies that helped make weed and hemp illegal were all the bigwigs that ran the fucking timber industry and fucking blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So hopefully we don't see a step back with that in Massachusetts, because then that frightens me for anything for the future of New York. But I don't know. So that was the serious note. Let's get right into the fun shit.
TIA News, where the useless news comes first.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Oh my God, where'd you go? So this first one is
Harley, knock it off.
A straight up odd news. We've strayed a lot and just go towards world records, which there's 2 of them, and then a third one that is going to go down a whole other fucking rabbit hole, which I'm just telling you right now, it's going to happen, and we're going to, yeah. But this first one...
Right, call me Bugs Bunny, bitch. I'll go down the rabbit hole.
This first one is how it all started, and this is some odd shit. Officials for Maine's largest healthcare provider have apologized for sending their sending their condolences to hundreds of people who are still alive. A computer system error caused Maine health officials to send letters of condolences to more than 500 living people to inform their next of kin their reported deaths. Maine Health, the state's largest provider of medical services, sent the false condolence letters to 531 people on October 20th, WCSH reported. Maine Health sincerely regrets this error, Maine Health officials said in a prepared statement. The cause of the mistake was a computer program that generates state vendor letters, ABC News reported. There were no medical records that listed the individuals as dead, and the computer program has since been corrected to prevent future occurrences. Maine Health is a nonprofit.
Can you imagine getting a letter in the mail saying you're dead?
Hey, we're sorry that your so-and-so has died. It's like, bitch, I'm reading the letter. So yeah, it's a nonprofit healthcare provider that operates a level 1 trauma center and 8 other hospitals, according to NBC News. It employs more than 20,000 people in Maine and New Hampshire. So there you go. That's a letter you never want to get in the mail. Everybody bitches are like, the mail, it's just bills and fucking blah, blah, blah.
See, just imagine. So imagine Kenny gets the mail one day, right? And you're sitting on the couch. She opens, and it's a letter, letting her know that you're dead. And she looks, she's like, Todd, and you're like, hey. And then she again looks at the letter and then looks at you. What if she freaks out and thinks you're like the ghost of Todd sitting on the couch?
Wouldn't it be better if she read the letter, looked at me, read it again, and I had gotten up to go to the bathroom, which is right behind my chair? And she didn't realize I got up and went to the bathroom, so I was just gone.
Whoa.
I blew Joe's mind. Hey, Joe.
You do.
You want a world record or 2?
I guess so.
Well, come on. You know your pants are tight over there.
Fine.
A Hungarian gamer broke a Guinness World Record by playing a popular game called Dance Dance Revolution for...
DDR! DDR! For those of you in the know. Oh.
144 hours.
Sheesh.
This
Straight?
dude, I'm not even gonna fucking think about pronouncing his name. He also goes by Grasshopper. Took the records for the longest video game marathon as well as the longest video game marathon on a rhythm game title. He broke the
That's
record
6 days.
He broke
That's
the record
6 days exactly.
Yes. He broke the record of 138 hours and 34 seconds, which was set by American gamer Carrie Swidicki in 2015, which I think we may have spoken of that at one other point in time.
Oh, the Sidicus? Yeah.
Yeah.
My man, the Sidicus.
She earned her titles by playing Just Dance. Ever since I learned about Carrie Swidicki's achievements in marathon gaming, I often caught myself thinking about how she pulled the all-time longest session almost a decade ago. What are you doing? Go lay down. You're a fucking turd.
She danced for 6 fucking days straight.
That other person did 138 hours. This person did 144.
144 6 days straight. So like that, the other one did almost 6 days straight. Like,
yeah, I set up stepping stones long ago to chase after the number one spot by building up the required skills in all aspects. Every time I attempted another marathon, I told myself it must feel like a dream to achieve all of us, or achievement to all of us, until the final days of each record attempt actually concluded. That person previously earned the record for the longest video game marathon playing Naruto game for 28 hours, 11 minutes, and 32 seconds, and the longest video game marathon playing a puzzle game for 32 hours, 32 minutes, and 32 seconds, which they should also get a fucking record for doing all the same fucking numbers. He also claimed the records for the longest video game marathon playing a racing game.
okay, Harley, get out from there. You're too big.
The longest video game marathon playing a simulation video game, and the longest video game marathon playing a racing simulator game with a 90-hour Gran Turismo 7 marathon in 2023. Could you imagine?
Sorry, Harley's being very needy at the moment.
Could you imagine playing Gran Turismo 7 for 90 hours straight?
No, this whole thing is insane. All right, I'm kicking you out of the...
Be gone with you, dog.
She's like knocking my fucking camera all around.
Silly dogs.
Ugh.
So we got one more current, and then we're going to talk about a past one that talks. But yeah. An Australian man with the world's longest name read out his entire moniker, featuring more than 2,000 middle names, and it took him more than an hour to accomplish. Now, I read this at first and was like, wow. Then I read the article and was like, that's not as impressive as I thought it was, but we'll still continue with it. And once I read more, you'll be like, okay, it's not that impressive.
Who named him that?
Lawrence Watkins had his name legally changed in March 1990 to include 2,251 middle names, earning the Guinness World Record for the longest personal name in the process, with 2,253 unique words. See, I don't think that's fair, because that's not his not his God-given, but that's not his birth name. Was his parents.
He should have to write out every single one of them when he has to sign any legal paper. Like, this pisses me off. He deserves to have to sign every one of those fucking names every time he signs a check.
Yeah. Like I said, at first I was like, oh, that's fucking crazy. Like, what were his parents, and then once I read that paragraph, I was like, oh, so that's cheating. That's not really, that's not what was on your birth certificate the day you fucking popped out your mom. Like, that was something you did yourself. Watkins said it took the officiant at his wedding about 20 minutes to read his full name, but he attempted to feed himself for Guinness World Records video. It took more than an hour. His name begins Lawrence Allen Alois Aloces Alfagay Alnan Alrin blah 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 blah, just a bunch of fucking stupid names. Andres, like, it's, and those aren't even all the names beginning with A.
I hate this guy. I hate him.
I was always fascinated with the quirky, unusual records that some people went for, and I really wanted to be part of that scene. So you're a trendy piece of shit. I hate you. If I ever wanted to go to Australia, I'd find you and kick you in your 2,500 and fucking 25 middle name dick. I was always fascinated about it. I read the
Where
Guinness World
dingoes eat your baby.
Yeah, you're like all of them, and you, and your family, and your family's family. I read the Guinness World Records book from cover to cover to see if there's a record I could beat, and the only one I had a chance of beating was adding more names than the current holder. Doesn't really say that, whatever. He said the process involved a lot of paperwork and several trips to court. His successful name change was followed by the passing of new laws that prevented others from trying to take his record. My favorite name is AZ2000, meaning I have names from A to Z and I have 2,000 names, he said. Like, I want to slit his...
I want to fight him.
Which also then leads to something that was a world record. This happened a few years ago. And I guess I should have been like... I guess I should have saw this coming, giggity, as a world record, but... So this was, like I said, like maybe like mid-20 teens or so. So it's a dude that has the longest time for masturbating.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm just going to read this article because it's fucking hilarious the way that it's written.
Why? How did this?
Because I saw it
somewhere.
How
did you get here?
Wait till you find out where this goes to.
Oh, so, God.
This article is fantastically written. I'm not going to read all of it, but it's just...
Thank God.
So you think you can wank? Maybe you believe you're America's next top meat beater, or perhaps the biggest loser of semen. Well, I got news for you. You've got competition. Drake Hardy, a 40-year-old bisexual man with a master's degree in physical sciences, is trying to break the world record for the longest period of time spent masturbating. And while you won't find this mark in the Guinness, and while you won't find this mark in the Guinness Book of World Records, it is recognized by the Center for Sex and Culture in San Francisco. It's part of its annual Masturbate-a-thon, which we're going to talk about in a minute. Fundraiser.
What?
It's an event that dates back to the 1990s and aims to basically...
This has been going on?
The Masturbate-a-thon bestows awards for various achievement, longest time, furthest ejaculation, and so on. In 2009, some dude with the last name Masato won the endurance competition, clocking in at 9 hours and 33 minutes. I will say that again. This dude masturbated for 9 hours and 33 minutes. I knew I could beat it, Hardy says, asking that I pardon the pun. Actually, I've beat the record, but by myself, without a witness. I figured there's a world record for something I happen to be pretty good at, and I have a chance of beating. Giggity. Who hasn't dreamed of being the best in the world at something? It's young punk. So, I first came into contact with Hardy during research for a prior piece on masturbation sleeves, aka a fleshlight. So this person was doing research on fleshlights and came across this dude who jerks off a lot. I was immediately curious about his quest.
What are the fucking chances of that happening? Holy moly! Talk about fate. Jesus Christ, a jerk and a jerk off meet at a bar, baby. Like, let's go.
So I was immediately curious about his quest, particularly what actually counts as the longest time jacking it. Aren't you so glad I found this? Apparently it's all about staying hard and not ejaculating. So Hardy does orgasm, having separated that act from shooting ropes through muscle control and tantric principles. He said he's even been able to employ these.
He controls his orgasms whether or not he shoots a load?
Yep. He says he's
I didn't know that was possible. This man is a sorcerer.
He's even been able to employ these techniques with a partner, but only for 1 to 2 hours before needing at least a short break. So I think Almost, he said let's see. Okay. I got to read more, apparently. Hardy's approach to masturbation is an uncommon one.
And his name is Hardy. His name is Hardy.
Yes. It's an uncommon one, especially for men. Just looking at the slang for male masturbation, which emphasizes the quick and dirty nature of the act, rubbing one out, jacking off, etc. In the popular imagination, male masturbation is a furtive, spur-of-the-moment act to temporarily calm an ever-present urge, rather than a planned-out affair. In fact, the image of a premeditated or marathon masturbator is mostly associated with lonely, disgusting cast-offs who are surrounded by lube and tissues hour deeps into Pornhub search. Drake, however, almost never watches porn.
What the fuck? That is the most judgy statement I've ever...
Drake, however, almost never watches porn. I put on some music and set lighting to make a pleasant mood. This is a time to focus on pleasuring myself.
That's insane.
He's not alone in his approach. For instance, masturbation sleeve manufacturer Tenga describes his mission as revolutionizing sexual pleasure by getting guys to treat cranking their hog as less of a compulsion or chore and more of an explorative act. Cranking your hog. I mean, there's more. I can keep going. I mean, it's
no, you've taken enough of my soul today with that.
No, it's not over yet. So now we are going to indulge into finding out what the masturbation-a-thon is all about.
So, can I TV time out? Do you have like a breaking news thing? You do, don't you? So, you know how like in wrestling, Todd, sometimes your favorite performer takes some time off, whether they get hurt or they have personal things going on, or maybe they get cut and then they get brought back, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just heard a real big rumor that somebody might be getting a day job, meaning we might have the return of the Raw Rundown with Drew on Wrestle Fandom Radio.
That makes my pants tight.
Like,
wearing them. That's sweet.
That makes me so happy. It makes me happy.
So then when we move our shit to SmackDown?
Yeah. So, the Masturbate-a-thon.
I can't watch SmackDown.
Masturbate-a-thon.
So the Masturbate-a-thon is an event in which participants masturbate to raise money for charity. Hey, this money was raised for you kids with cancer by someone jerking off.
See, I thought it was for carpal tunnel research.
It's to charity and increase the... Wait until you see their fucking like logo. And increase the public awareness and dispel the shame and taboos that exist about this form of sexual activity. From 1998 to 2003, the Masturbate-a-thon raised around $25,000 for women's health initiatives and HIV prevention, education, and treatment organizations, and has contributed to debates about safer sex and alternate safe methods of sexual expression. The event awards several honors for those who raise the money, as well as for the event awards several honors for those who raise the most money, as for multiple orgasms and endurance.
Oh, I can imagine right now. It's me walking around my neighborhood, knocking on the door. Hey, Susan, it's me, Joe, from next door. Hey, I was wondering if you'd like to sign and donate. Yeah, I'm doing a thing for charity. Now, for every time I crank it, will you donate $5? Yeah, actually, I got this new lotion, Susan. Oh, my God, let me tell you. It keeps my palms so soft and tender. Oh, it's better than a fleshlight.
So it lists some techniques, instruments that, yeah, it does. There's anal masturbation, autofellatio, erotic electrostimulation, fingering, jerking off, wanking, phone sex.
Whoa. Run that back a little bit. What was the second one you said?
Autofellatio. And then I said erotic electrosimulation.
That one. What the fuck?
That is
sexual.
Hold on. That is a sexual practice involving the application of electrical stimulation to the nerves of the body with particular emphasis on the genitals. Using a power source for purposes of sexual stimulation, it's mostly been associated with BDSM.
I don't want anybody to jumpstart my balls.
No, nobody does. Let's see. Yep. Then we got fingering. There's a great picture for that. Awesome picture for jerking off, wanking. Phone sex is literally a picture of a fucking telephone booth. Which imagine walking by a phone booth and somebody's in there with a sex line just cranking it.
Hey, what's going on, Bob?
Hey, Jerry. I'll see you in the morning. A prostate massage. What the hell is teledildonics? Is the named coined for virtual sex encounters using networked electronic sex toys to mimic and extend human sexual interaction.
Oh, so like, actually, is that like if she's got like a vibrator, but you have an app on your phone where you can press the things? Okay. I'm aware of that one.
Erotic asphyxiation and orgasm control. Now, do you want to, should we delve into some of the instruments? How long have we been recording for? Half hour.
Dive right into
anal beads, fleshlight,
okay.
Benoit balls, dildo.
What?
Benoit balls?
What's a Benoit balls? Because is that, do you hang your family with those?
No. It's also known as orgasm balls or Venus balls.
Okay.
Yeah, you insert them into the vagina and they're held in place by muscles.
So they're like vagina beads.
Yeah.
Instead of anal beads.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So that's pretty much that. So there we go.
Okay.
We got a lot of crap to talk
about. We got to the other end of that. That was a hole that I didn't know had a bottom.
Told you. And I know you have something with this, and I have something with this, so.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, listen.
It's time for video game news and reviews.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of gum.
Fatality.
It's me, Mario.
With Todd and Joe.
It's like 375 fucking days now we have to wait for GTA fucking 6. Because the cocksmokers at Rockstar 3 days ago or 4 days ago are like, hey, we're going to push it back from May until November 19th because we suck. Which promptly led their stocks to tank, which is fucking hilarious. Well, fuck you, Rockstar.
Todd's not happy about this. I don't know if anybody got that.
If last year they were like, hey, you know what? We're going to push it back till November of next year. Like, I would have been like, hey, you know what? Whatever. That's fine. But now it's just like, I don't know. It's getting to be ridiculous. And that game better do a lot of shit.
I get it. I get it. They got you going. A little over the pants stuff. Then they unbuttoned your pants and pulled everything down. And then
fuck. I'm squirt.
And then they put your underwear back up, and now they're pulling your pants back up and just rubbing the top of your pants.
Yeah, dude, it's like I'm in fucking like 7th grade and shit. What the hell, man? You're
stuck on like in between first and second base, dude. I'm sorry.
It's terrible.
It is.
I hear you have fucked up facts that are video game related, and I would like to hear these fucked up video games.
Some of these are kind of fucking wild. So you know the game Animal Crossing?
Yes.
All right, I've never played it. I'm just super aware of it. And the creator of the game admitted the game was inspired by him feeling lonely after moving away from his friends. So yes, a cozy little life simulator is secretly emotional damage.
That the dude made fucking bank on.
Right. So have you ever heard of the Lavender Town Syndrome myth?
No.
So the myth is, so there's a level in one of the Pokemon games, and the town is called Lavender Town. Okay. And the music behind it in the original game is like super eerie. And like the myth was that a bunch of kids killed themselves by it. But in reality, like just the way I guess the high pitched noise we're making just some kids like vomit uncontrollably.
That's terrible.
And later releases of the game, they changed the. It's the same theme. They just lowered the pitch of the. So Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask.
Yeah, fucking hate that game.
Well, it is basically a story about death. Each main area of the game represents a stage of grief. The moon is literally falling. You play as a kid processing loss, and it's kind of crazy. So, what do you know about the connections between Mario and Donkey Kong?
Not much.
So, in the original Donkey Kong, it's Mario is Jumpman, and so in the original lore, if you take the original lore from the Donkey Kong games and then you put it into Donkey Kong Country, Cranky Kong, being the original Donkey Kong, was kept in a cage and abused by Mario. Yeah. I'm sure everybody in the world is aware of the game The Sims. It originally started as a fire disaster simulator. The guy who originally made it, Will Wright, to simulate how houses burn down. The life sim part came later. And the original, it's kind of wild, right? And I feel like a lot of things happen that, with the intent being one thing, but they accidentally find it better as something else. In the original Super Mario Brother games, the clouds and the bushes are the same sprite. Nintendo just colored them differently.
Yeah.
And then the one of the best horror franchises, Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you think of Silent Hill, what is the first thing that comes to mind?
Oh shit! Fucking Fog. I only played one of them, and it was
but no. And the funny thing, so the fog exists because the hardware was too weak. They couldn't render far distances, so they just added fog, and that has become their most iconic thing they're known for. And it was just because they couldn't actually make what they wanted to make, and it's kind of wild, right?
Yeah.
So back in its heyday, you remember a little system called the Nintendo Wii? The Wii is responsible for over 10,000 people being injured.
Oh, from the fucking throwing
from the Wii remotes. The game Tetris, I think, which is, as of right now, the biggest selling game of all time, is technically about the Soviet Union. The game was owned by the USSR and is used internationally to flex cultural power.
Yep, I had heard that a long time ago. Fucking rough.
So, have you ever played Minecraft? All right. So, those creepers.
Yes.
So, the creepers were actually a mistake. They were originally supposed to be pigs, but the shape of the code got wrong, and that's what came out. Now they're just walking panic attacks.
Yeah, they are crazy.
And then the Endermen also from Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
You know the language that they speak.
Mm-mm.
They make that weird talking language, but you can't understand it. It's just English backwards. They literally they're speaking to you, but it's just backwards.
Nice. Easy thing.
So did you play Red Dead Redemption 2, Todd? I did. I loved it.
Not all of it.
So when you go to the colder areas of the map, if you're paying attention closely, your horse's testicles shrink in the cold. Yes, Todd's favorite video game studio, Rockstar, the developers there, had a meeting to decide about horse testicle physics.
Terrible.
And then one of the most iconic video game characters, Sonic the Hedgehog, was created because Sonic wanted a Mario, but with more attitude. So they made a hyperactive blue rodent who runs like he's on his 40th Red Bull.
The movies aren't bad either.
No, I like the movies a lot. Have you ever played the game Baldur's Gate? It's a really big fantasy kind of Game of Thrones game, But the game Baldur's Gate 3 has over 400,000 lines of dialogue. That's more dialogue than all of Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, and Breaking Bad.
That's insane.
All right. So have you played the Hitman games? I played a lot of the Hitman games.
No, have not.
So it's about this guy, Hitman. He's got the barcode on the back of his neck.
Mhm.
The original barcode on the original Agent 47, if you were able to scan it, it came back to the price of ham. And the Final Fantasy games, do you know why they're called Final Fantasy? I found this very interesting. So the studio thought they were going to go bankrupt, and this was going to be the final game they ever made if the game failed. And then it became one of the biggest. Right. I know you've played Halo. I've played Halo. We grew up on Halo. Halo's energy sword was invented because the designers were exhausted and they just needed one weapon to solve the melee combat. So they were like, okay, space katana, boom, we're done. And Luigi Mario is canonically taller because he has anxiety, because when they were first describing him, they described him as nervous and lanky.
Yeah.
So I never played them, but did you ever play the horror games Dead Space? So Dead Space, I guess, like it's on like a space station that has like these med lab and everything in it, and so they made it look like real medical equipment, but just kind of off. And they did it in a way so like your brain, without even you realizing it, is recognizing it as like a danger, like this is not how it's supposed to be. And the original Xbox, the first one they made, was literally a giant metal cube, like full industrial aluminum brick of metal. And they almost tried to ship it that way. They were trying to make a big statement back then.
Apparently.
And that is my fucked up facts for this week, folks.
Woo. I think we might call it there. Save our weird sports. I gotta go make dinner.
All right. We'll save them.
We'll save them. We'll have weird sports.
So
Something else.
Tomorrow, Tuesday, Russell Frit will do Russell Fandom Radio.
Russell Fandom.
I have been releasing the MCFUs. We're starting to get into the meat and potatoes. The videos are going to be a little bit longer, a little bit more intricate.
You're just going to quit in the middle of each one, but not even say anything. Just fucking Sopranos that shit and just black screen it in the middle of a fucking sentence.
I mean, I could.
Like right before the fucking best part. Be like, and then
Iron Man went and did black screen. All right,
Captain
guys.
America said.
Likes, subscribe, share. Go to
Write
Joe's
us sexy
Buds.
letters. So self-esteem. Oh yeah, we have an outro, don't we? That's right. Joe's Buds and stuff too. Where's the outro? Oh, there it is.